We all know Drake Maye left the game against the Jets due to a concussion. He's in the concussion protocol. And Maye today threw at practice. He was allowed to throw at practice. He was not allowed to go beyond 30 minutes at that practice. So he was limited today. And that means that Drake Maye is in phase 3 of the 5-phase concussion protocol. The NFL has these steps that you have to pass before you get back onto the field. There are 5 phases within this protocol, and we now know that Maye is in phase 3. Obviously, he's got to get through 4 and 5 if he wants to play against Tennessee on Sunday. What are the 5 phases of the protocol? Well, you've got symptom-limited activity as phase 1. You've got aerobic exercise as phase 2. And then phase 3, which is the phase that Maye is in right now, is football-specific exercise. The next phase, phase 4, is club-based non-contact drills. Phase 5 is full football activity and being cleared by an independent doctor. Now, what's the difference between phase 3 and phase 4? Why do we know that Maye is in phase 3 and not phase 4? It's because of the 30-minute benchmark. That's how we know. So because Maye is limited to 30 minutes of throwing and practicing today, that means he's in phase 3. Once he is able to do club-based non-contact drills, which again is throwing the football stuff that he did today, but once he is allowed to go beyond the 30 minutes, that means he is in phase 4. And then phase 5 is the full football activity being cleared by the independent doctor. So out of the 5 phases, Maye is in phase 3. And we know that because of that 30-minute time period being the differentiator between phases 3 and 4. So what's all of this mean? Frankly, this is as good as you could have hoped at this point for Maye. I did not think that Maye would be in phase 4 or 5 during the first practice post-concussion. Patriots had Monday off. Yesterday is an off day. So the first time they're at the facility is today. I did not anticipate Maye going out there and being able to go beyond 30 minutes. It would be very rare, if not impossible, to see an NFL player just a couple of days in the concussion protocol out there practicing beyond 30 minutes. So if you were hoping that you'd get good news about Maye today, this is good news. And you could possibly categorize it as very good news because Maye has a chance to play on Sunday. And that was not a given before we found out what he would be able to do today. It was not a given that Maye would have a chance to play Sunday. If Maye was still in phase 1, phase 2, especially if it was phase 1, you would feel like he was most likely going to miss the game against the Titans. Now, of course, all concussions are different. And we don't know how Maye is going to react to what he did today. And that is why you have the phases within the concussion protocol. And that's why the NFL will not allow somebody to return to the game unless they get through all 5 of those phases. It's possible that Maye takes a step back after today, or he stays in phase 3. So we've got to see how he reacts, how his head reacts, how his body reacts. Does he have any kind of symptoms after going out there today and giving the team 30 minutes? How does he react to all of that? Every single concussion is different. We don't know how each body is going to react to each concussion. So we remain patient. But if you look at an example, and I know that NBC Sports Boston threw this up last night, Brock Purdy got concussed. And the very next week, he was out there playing for the 49ers. Now, when Purdy got a concussion, it was on Monday night. So Purdy was concussed on Monday night and was able to get back that next week and play football. So if you compare, and again, everything is different when we talk about concussions, everybody handles them differently physically and how significant those concussions were. But if you wanted to use the Brock Purdy example, which is one of the only examples recently of somebody getting a concussion and playing that next week, if you're going to use the Brock Purdy as the baseline, it's interesting because Purdy was in phase 3 by Thursday of that week. which means this is the exact timeline that Maye is on right now. Yes, I know it's Wednesday. I know it's hump day, but Maye played on Sunday. So Maye played on Sunday, phase 3 by Wednesday. Purdy was concussed on a Monday night. He was phase 3 by Thursday. It's no guarantee, but if you're looking at the recent history and you look at who was able to come back within a week, and you look at Brock Purdy's specific case, he was phase 3 by the first legitimate practice of the week for the Niners. Same situation right now with Maye. So it's not a guarantee, but it certainly makes you feel optimistic that Maye will be back to play against Tennessee. Now, Jerod Mayo said, because some people were wondering, even if Drake Maye was ready to come back to play against Tennessee, would the Patriots start Maye? Or would they be very, very cautious with Maye after this concussion? Mayo met with media today, and Mayo said that if Maye is cleared by the independent doctor, then he is confident, Mayo is confident that Maye will be able to operate the offense, which means if Maye is cleared, Maye is starting on Sunday. Simple as that. And the Patriots, they have absolutely no say within this process. This is the independent doctor who makes that final call. So if we get to Friday and Maye is cleared, we get to Saturday and he's cleared, because he could be cleared on Saturday. If he is cleared before Sunday, we should all expect Maye to be out there starting against the Titans. And I think it's the right call by the Patriots. If they get word from the independent doctor that he's okay to play, then you play him. You play him. If he's able to get back, you play him. This is all about development. This is all about reps. If he is physically okay to play, if he has passed every single test, if he has gone through every single phase, and the independent doctor says he is okay to play football, then you let the young man play football. I am not going to sit him. I am not going to handle him with kid gloves if he is cleared. You get him out there, you get him on the field, you get him to continue to develop and hopefully grow and get better and better. That's the whole point. Now, what happens if Maye is not healthy enough? What happens if Maye does not pass the concussion protocol and cannot play on Sunday? Well, Mayo also told the media today that Joe Milton will back up Jacoby Brissett. Now, they don't have, as of right now, an emergency quarterback. It was interesting that NBC Sports camera guys on Twitter, they posted a video of Hunter Henry kind of working with the quarterbacks. And you might think that's somewhat of a joke, but it might not be somewhat of a joke. Back in, the day, you'd have Jacoby Myers as the emergency quarterback, just in case something happened, if you only had 2 quarterbacks on the roster, because Jacoby played quarterback back in high school. Same thing with Julian Edelman, right? Edelman played quarterback at college at Kent State. So if you had 2 quarterbacks on the roster and God forbid both of them went down, you could go to Myers or you could go to Edelman, and there's your replacement. And it's not ideal, but it's at least somebody who threw a football consistently, either in high school and or college. So Hunter Henry might be your 3rd quarterback if Maye can't go on Sunday. But the depth chart is Brissett and then Milton. Milton would be one bad hit away from getting into the game against the Titans on Sunday if Maye can't go. By the way, Joe Milton was apparently one of the practice players of the week last week. So he's doing pretty well behind the scenes. Does it mean he's ready? I don't know. I'm not watching him. We're not at practice watching him develop, but at least he's putting in the work. So that is your Drake Maye update. He's in phase 3. He threw the football today for 30 minutes, 2 steps away from being cleared to get back onto the field on Sunday. Mayo said if he is cleared, he will play. He has all the confidence. Mayo has all the confidence in the world that Drake Maye will be capable of running the offense if he is cleared by the independent doctor. So keep your fingers crossed. But I would say, again, amongst a lot of different options as far as news goes with Maye, with a concussion, today was good news. Today was good news for Patriots fans because Maye has a chance.